Hello and welcome, Silrace here with Overwatch, and the rules are there on your screen. Let the brawl begin. Now this is post-gameplay commentary like all of my Overwatch videos essentially so far, because, well, I do not claim to be good enough to both actually commentate and play at the same time, and also that is a pretty bad idea when you're trying to learn a game out. And I did take a weekend off this game to do other things, so I am even more rusty than usual by the time I'm actually playing this thing. So, oh well. Starting as Reaper on the defense here. The thing is, I really appreciate this kind of rule sets for brawls. Firstly, because, well, it makes people play something else than what they usually play, which is kind of nice, and I really thought I got away from those bombs, but apparently not. Anyway. And the other thing is, with this kind of rule set, you'll have teams actually having to work with different team compositions than they are used to. You can't just say, okay, we lost because of team composition. Well, the enemy team probably has just as horrible team composition and all that stuff, and so forth. So you have to work with what you have, and that's big part of, I guess that's big part of, at least for me, the fun, and as my head gets blown off by a Widowmaker, because Widowmakers are good and stuff. So there is that. Now, this is where things get really interesting for me, because firstly, at this point I realize, oh, I have forgotten to change the blink key still. I keep forgetting to change that, and actually after playing this this whole thing with Tracer, essentially, I finally remembered to change that blink key away, you know, because thankfully there are keys you can rebind, and you can even do override it for certain heroes and trying to take care of the Junkrat without dying here, and then there is Zarya. But that blink key doesn't really work for me with the way it has been set up here for me. And thank the piggy for being a body blocking machine there to eat all the Zarya shots. And so I am essentially just trying to pre-fire the corner and trying to poke around back and forth, trying to harass the enemies so they don't move this payload anywhere. And okay, I'll run away from the Reaper. Run away from the Reaper, because Reaper is scary and nasty and stuff, and put distance between myself and the enemy team as well. And come from another angle. Can I get behind them all? This is also where I was like, okay, hey, can I change hero by dying? By suiciding, that is? And I was like, okay, because I have the opportunity, none of the enemies are around, so let's try it out. And the answer is respawn as Tracer. Okay, well, right, guess you can't suicide to swap a hero, because that would obviously make sense. It would obviously be there to stop you from, just suiciding whenever you get a hero you don't wanna play. And that would be really bad for gameplay. But also something interesting I had to think of and also try out for myself. Was like, can I do that? Even though I don't personally care, but just out of curiosity. And let's follow the monkey, ape, gorilla thing, Winston, with the laser beam gun and so forth, because he makes a nice little big target. Okay, let's not do all the Zarya too much. Let's just stay away from the Zarya. Make her shoot somebody else and then poke at her from another angle. Hi Zarya. Oh man, Zaryas are scary. Eat one of those glowing balls of hers to the face and pick the health, health pick up. And that's a lot of dudes, a lot of people. Let's make sure that I am not alone here. So And I did see a Mei. Meis are scary when you are a squishy hero like Tracer. And there is the wall. Let's go upstairs to see if I can get a better angle. Nope. The Tracer pistols, you have to be really on point with your aim, and I haven't exactly played enough Tracer to actually have that. I haven't actually played much Tracer anyway, because I find often enough other people play Tracer. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll play something else then, because having multiple Tracers on the team not always a good idea. And I'll try to not charge the Mei, and then of course I'll run into a Lucio, which is another annoying thing to deal with. Because he's speedy, it's kind of hard to get all the shots on. Because 40 shots in 2 guns is not actually that much, especially when they don't deal all that much damage. It's near dead Lucio, got that, I'll run away from there, and armor packs! Okay, now I can go back in here. And this is where I missed the melee. Had I hit that melee, that would have been dead. So, yeah. So, frankly, obviously straight up my mistake, I missed. I should have been able to win that duel. Well, actually, I was able to win the duel, but I just wasn't able to follow it up. Yeah, I have those keys still messed up, as you can see. And there is Lucio right outside our spawn. Get out of there for a bit. And obviously this is where I get absolutely destroyed by Lucio, because Lucio absolutely destroys Tracer if you happen to get caught, or like, you know, in close quarters with Lucio. That's just how it is. I should have backed away and let my team, you know, rejoin my team instead of like trying to pick it up. But then I get Symmetra, and this is obviously easy peasy with Symmetra. Then let's put a couple turrets down in such locations that will start building up the ultimate charge once the enemies push onto the payload, because, well, they do have the push on the payload. So, and then start, because of all these shields, start using her secondary fire, right click as people like to call things, with just their, you know, the key you are supposed to have assigned to them. But you can rebind those keys so people never realize that. There's just assume that everybody is using the default key setup, which is kind of hilarious. Anyway, put these down. Hopefully, like I should have gone a little bit further. Thinking back on it, I should have gone and put some of this stuff underneath that balcony, for example, some of these turrets, because that would have gotten my my ultimate building way faster, because most of the fighting is happening here. But I didn't know that at the time, so this is where I finally start setting up right here. So, and then pre-fire that in case somebody is coming from there. Same thing. It's kind of nice the way Symmetra's secondary fire charges up. You can really easily essentially pre-fire corners in such a way that you hold it and you peek a corner, release it, and poke back right behind the corner again. So it's kind of nifty for this kind of thing. Very nice, and I quite like it. It works very well for this kind of a pokey style of play. Obviously that glowing energy ball, this is like very obvious place to set it up, but there is 1 minute left, so which is why I'm setting it up there. Like, had there been so much longer on the left on the map, I probably would have set it up in much farther back in a, you know, much less predictable location, let's put it that way. And also I probably should have put turrets to protect it, but oh well. And there is Genji obviously going to destroy it then. That's fine, and we're gonna kill the Genji, but then obviously there is Reaper. And I'll put down a turret right here as well, because game is nearly over. And there is basically no way they move the payload up there in 20 seconds. So there is that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. this brawl, this was to me, I played most of the game as Tracer, respawned as Tracer after the, you know, suicide attempt. That's good. Blizzard actually has an idea what they are doing, because you can't just suicide of the hero you don't wanna, you know, play and all that stuff. That was very, very good. I like this brawl. I hope we get something similar in the future.
Play of the game.